Before Phil Spencer was named the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, I think things were not going so bad for Xbox. I had many friends online I communicated with. We had games that we played. Game Pass was running amok. I mean, it looked like it was a good time. But as they expanded out their studios, acquiring more studios, acquiring more IPs to try to fill Game Pass, that led to a self-fulfilling prophecy at Xbox, the controlled demolition of Xbox itself. Phil Spencer started out at Microsoft in 1998, and he was aboard the 2001 Xbox team. He was there from the beginning. You would think that somebody who was with Xbox from the start would have quite the interest in keeping that brand alive. But instead, it seems that Phil Spencer's approach to building Xbox is limited to simply calling everything an Xbox, whether it is or isn't. Especially when it isn't. In the case of the ROG Ally X, that I don't think anyone really needs. You could get a laptop to game on if you're so inclined, and that's basically what it is. I was upset at the news of Microsoft acquiring Bethesda, thinking, do they need a studio that makes one game with a different setting and a different character? Just a bunch of, go over here, do the fetch quest. Oh, well, this is a shooter, except this one is a different look than that, and this one's in hell, but this one is kind of against Nazis. People weren't really playing these games. You kind of get into Doom for a little bit, but you don't keep coming back to it. You don't, hell, as evidence, Doom the Dark Ages single player. People put that down within a month. And it's good for a campaign of what it is, if not pretty limited gameplay loop. But perhaps the true death knell for Xbox was in acquiring Activision. Now, on the surface, if you approach this with the old school mentality of the console wars, we bought these properties, I guess that means they're going to be exclusive to us. You have to buy our system now. Nope. Instead, it was we're over leveraged on properties. The EU gets involved in this. Well, it's unfair. They have a monopoly on this. You can't just not have Call of Duty on. Don't worry. We got you. Because the Xbox base was not large enough to support Call of Duty. You bought the Halo killer. You bought multi-plat Halo, abandoning Halo, the golden goose of the Xbox brand. You bought the direct competitor that ripped off Halo's gameplay, and you just said, you know what? We just want a piece of all of it that's going out there. If you want to play it on the PlayStation, fine. So much as we make a little bit of money. That's what you said. You threw Xbox under the bus. In fact, you know what? 2022, Xbox was in trouble well before that. The Xbox One did not really have an exclusive, except Sunset Overdrive, and then that became not an exclusive. You let everything Xbox have find its way onto PC to the point that the Xbox was the lesser alternative. If you want to play the gimped version of any Xbox game, get an Xbox. You want to play it right, go on a PC. How does that get anybody excited about the Xbox brand when it is the lesser? At the very least, Sony understood exclusives. They had exclusives over on the PlayStation and only recently started bringing them to the PC. There's probably still going to be years worth of gap there, but not at Microsoft. Right away, release it over on PC, get the good version. Oh yeah, you 60 frame lock, no problem. Oh, Xbox Series X, okay, you're probably stuck at 30. Yeah, deal with it. You're on console. Your red-headed stepchild PC master race. I don't think Phil Spencer is a console gamer, because a console gamer would not have allowed this to happen. A console gamer would have understood the importance of exclusives, making and breaking a console, getting people this killer app that they have to have, Halo, turning the Xbox into the Halo converter. If you want to play Halo, you're on PC now. And going forward, we're talking about cloud gaming. Who really wants that? Honestly, it's not there yet. I know we need baby steps, and eventually everything's gonna be cloud gaming. You can just play on any device. But it's all about having these subscriptions, and I think we're getting some subscription fatigue. Do we need Game Pass to cost $30 a month? Now you're paying for Fortnite costumes whether you play Fortnite or not, and that's a recipe for disaster. I mean, hell, why would I pay so much money for Game Pass Ultimate to not actually spend my time playing those games I'm paying to play on day one? Oh wait, if you pay extra, you get early access. So what does day one even mean? Again, we need a gaming attorney to take Microsoft to court, class action lawsuit, run off with a good $20 million while each of us get a free year of Game Pass. Phil Spencer understood that Xbox was in no position to win the console war. With no exclusives, there was no driving reason to pick up an Xbox. He understood that, and he initiated this controlled demolition, over-leveraging, getting all of these studios on board, and then saying, just spread it out everywhere, and we'll call whatever device you're playing any of these games on an Xbox, and we will say we won by simply calling every device an Xbox and counting those as Xbox units. Not really units sold, but just more general Xboxes out there. We won, surpassed the PlayStation 2. All your devices, we're calling an Xbox. You have a TV? Well, your Samsung TV has some gaming capabilities on it through the cloud. Yeah, the cloud's really not quite there yet, but who cares? As long as we can call it an Xbox, we can find a way to exit manufacturing these consoles. Hell, we're not even inclined to be in on the handheld market. We had to go halvesies with Asus. But what does it matter when we can simply say everything is an Xbox and Sony is not saying everything's a PlayStation? Oh, war's over, we won, we backed out. It's very much us exiting Vietnam and calling ourselves the victors. Yeah, history really repeating itself. And hell, you even have the president vaguely chiming in, or at least his staff, because it's another war that Donald Trump got to preside over the ending of, even if America lost.
If you appreciate a YouTube channel that doesn't just pad out content to get to the 8-minute mark so that it can hammer you with ad breaks, then you should subscribe to my son's channel. You just got done watching it.